A pediatrician obtains the heights of her 3-year-old female patients. The heights are approximately normally distributed with mean of 38.72 inches and standard deviation of 3.17 inches. Use the normal model to determine the proportion of 3-year-old females that have a height less than 35 inches. First, let's draw a normal curve. Now let's label the bottom axis of the normal curve with mu, mu plus sigma, mu plus 2 sigma, so on and so forth. Remember that the area under the curve can represent a proportion or a probability. We want to find a proportion of 3-year-old females that have a height less than 35 inches. Let's locate 35 inches on the bottom axis. That will be approximately here. Now let's draw a line to the top of the normal curve. We want to find the proportion that have a height less than 35 inches, so that means we're going to find the area to the left of 35. And that's the shaded region here. We can use Table 5 or StatCrunch to find this area. Let's use Table 5 first. Remember that Table 5 only helps us find areas to the left of a specific z-score. We are not given a z-score, but we can find the z-score for 35. Remember that the z-score is x minus mu over sigma. X is 35, mu is 38.72, and sigma is 3.17. Now let's substitute the values. Type this in your calculator and round to 2 decimal places, and we get approximately negative 1.17. Now let's go to Table 5. Let's find a z-score of negative 1.17. First, let's find negative 1.1. That's going to be right here. And now let's go under 0.07, and we get 0.1210. From Table 5, we get 0.1210, and remember that the values in Table 5 represent the areas to the left of the z-score. We wanted the area to the left, so that means the answer is 0.1210. So the proportion of the 3-year-old females that have a height less than 35 inches is 0.1210. Now let's use StatCrunch to solve problem 2. If you use StatCrunch, you don't need to find the z-scores. You can just go ahead and type all the numbers into StatCrunch. Let's go to Stat, Calculators, Normal. Okay, so here we have the standard or between. We want the standard for this one. You only use between when it's an area between two values. So here we have mean and standard deviation. So in the problem, we want to find the proportion that a female is less than 35 inches, and we were given a mean and we were given a standard deviation. So we can just go ahead and type in the mean here, which is 38.72, and we can type in the standard deviation here, which is 3.17. And we wanted less than 35 inches, so instead of putting in a z-score, we can actually just put the number that we're comparing it to. So again, you only have mean of 0 and standard deviation of 1 if the number that you have here is a z-score. If it is not a z-score, if it's just a regular number, make sure that you put the corresponding mean and standard deviation up here. So now let's press compute, and we get approximately 0.1203. Notice that this is a little bit different than the one we got from Table 5, but MyMathLab will accept either answer.